Hello everyone, welcome to my channel ECE Scholastic. I'm Jasmine. In today's session, we are going to see some problems under DIT. In the previous session, we have discussed the basic algorithm for DIT with the help of the butterfly structure, and we are going to solve problems with the help of this algorithm. Let's start the session with the problem. So here the problem is compute a 4-point sequence x of n which is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 using DIT algorithm. So it is clearly specified the value of n as 4 and also the sequence is given. So this is x of 0, 1 is x of 1, 2 is x of 2 and 3 is x of 3. And also here it is mentioned n value is equal to 4, which can be written as 2 to the power 2. So this power 2 represents, it follows two stages of computation, right? How the stages will be? So it is of 2-point stage and the second one is a 4-point sequence. Correct. Now we know a condition, that is in DIT, the input must be in bit reversed order. So what is the bit reversed order for a 4-point sequence? It is x of 0, x of 2, x of 1 and x of 3. Right. And the output will be of normal order, that is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. Okay. Now we will start with first stage computation. What is our first stage computation? Our first stage computation starts with the two sets of 2-point sequences. Okay. So I'm going to draw 4 lines. The 4 lines represents the 4 inputs. My 4 inputs are, the input must be in bit reversed order. So I'm mentioning it x of 0, x of 2, x of 1 and x of 3. The values of this, x of 0 my value is 0, x of 2 my value is 2, x of 1 1, x of 3 is 3. Okay, now I need to give plus 1 and minus 1 values. Since I have told you the first is a 2-point sequence, so this both will form a sequence and this both will form a sequence. Correct. So I'm going to give plus 1 and minus 1 weightage. To the first line, I will be providing plus 1. To the second line, it is minus 1. First line, it is plus 1. Second line, it is minus 1. Right? So wherever there is minus 1, we will be adding the twiddle factor. Correct. What is the twiddle factor for a 2-point sequence? For a 2-point sequence, the twiddle factor is W2 power 0. Correct. And its value is equal to 1. So I'm going to represent here W2 power 0, whose value is 1. Here also W2 power 0, whose value is 1. Now I am going to cross the first 2 points and cross the second 2 points. I have crossed it, right? Now I am going to find the output of the first line. That is, the input is 0. So 0 into any number is 0. And this line the value is 2 into 1. So 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Okay. In a similar way, I am going to find for the second line. So this is 2 into 1 into minus 1. This line. So it is minus 2. And the first line is the value is 0. So plus 0. This is equal to minus 2. Understood. Now this value 1 into 1 is 1. Correct. Plus 3 into 1 is 3. So this is 3. This is equal to 4. Okay. And this value is, so here comes 3 into 1 into minus 1. That is minus 3. And this value 1. So plus 1. This is equal to minus 2. Okay. So my first stage output is 2 minus 2, 4 minus 2. This will be the input for the second stage. That is 2 minus 2, 4 minus 2. Okay. The first stage computation follows 2-point sequence. So the second stage computation will follow 4-point sequence. 4-point in the sense all the 4 values forms a set. Okay. Now I'm going to split the plus 1 and minus 1 values equally between these 4 lines. So the first 2 lines will take plus 1 value and the next 2 lines will take minus 1 value. So wherever there is minus 1, we will be adding the twiddle factor. For a 4-point sequence, what is the twiddle factor? W4 power 0 is equal to 1 and W4 power 1 is equal to minus j. I am going to substitute the same here. That is W4 power 0 is equal to 1. W4 power 1 is equal to minus j. Okay. Now I am going to connect all these 4 lines with cross lines. How we are going to connect this? From first 1 to first minus 1. From second 1 to second minus 1. In a similar way, from first minus 1 to first 1, second minus 1 to second. So I have connected like this. Now I am going to find the output. At this point, I have inputs from this line and inputs from this line. So 2 into 1 is 2. Now 4 into 1 is 4. So 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Next is this line. So minus 2 into 1 is minus 2 And about this line, minus 2 into minus j. So that is plus 2j. Correct. And this line, the first input is 4 into minus 1. So it is minus 4 and this line is 2. Right. So minus 4 plus 2 is equal to minus 2. And this line here comes minus 2 into minus j, that is plus 2j into minus 1. So it is minus 2j and this line the value is minus 2. So I can write this as minus 2 minus j2. Correct. So these are the outputs of my second stage computation. So I got the overall output. The overall output is x of k is equal to, as we know, output is the normal order. So all these outputs will be of the normal form. That is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. So this is the final structure with inputs as well as the output. As we know, the output is normal order. So it is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. So we can write the final value as x of k is equal to 6, minus 2 plus 2j, minus 2, minus 2 minus 2j. So that's all about the 4-point DFT using DIT algorithm. Okay, now let's move to 8-point sequence. The question is, compute an 8-point DFT of a sequence x of n is equal to 2 to the power n using DIT algorithm. In the question, it is clearly mentioned the value of n is equal to 8, which means 2 to the power 3. That represents we have 3 stages of computation. Correct. And the x of n sequence is given as x of n is equal to 2 to the power n, but we don't have any values of n. Since the value of n is given as 8, let us consider the value of n from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now I am going to apply the value of n as all these values to find what is my x of n sequence. So my x of n sequence is equal to 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, 2 to the power 6 and 2 to the power 7. Okay. So my x of n sequence will be, this is equal to 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Okay. And also we know that the input of DIT is in bit reversed order. For an 8-point sequence, what will be the bit reversed order? X of 0, X of 4, X of 2, X of 6, X of 1, X of 5, X of 3 and X of 7. Right. So this is my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Understood? Now I am going to draw the first stage structure. So how the stages will be? 2 point, next is 4 point, next is 8 point. So I will have 4 sets of 2-point sequences, 2 sets of 4-point sequences and a single set of 8-point sequence. Okay. So my first stage structure will be like this. Here I am going to represent the input in bit reversed order. What is my bit reversed order? X of 0, X of 4, X of 2, X of 6, X of 1, X of 5, X of 3 and X of 7. So the values will be X of 0 the value is 1 and X of 4 the value is 16, X of 2 the value is 4, X of 6 the value is 64, X of 1 the value is 2 and X of 5 the value is 32, X of 3 the value is 8, X of 7 the value is 128. Okay. Now I am going to assign +1 and -1 values. As we know, first 2 forms a set, next 2 forms a set, next 2 forms a set, next 2 forms a set. So the first line will carry +1 value, second line is -1, +1 -1, +1 -1, +1 -1. Okay. So wherever there is -1, we will be adding the Twiddle factor. For a 2-point sequence, the Twiddle factor is W2 power 0, that is equal to 1. So W2 power 0 is equal to 1, W2 power 0 is equal to 1, W2 power 0 is equal to 1, W2 power 0 is equal to 1. Now I am going to introduce the cross lines. Okay. Now I will be finding the outputs. So first line, it is 1 into 1 is 1 and 16 into 1 is 16. So 1 plus 16 is equal to 17. In a similar way, 1 minus 16, right? 1 minus 16 is equal to -15. In a similar way, 4 plus 64. So 4 plus 64 is 68. And here 4 minus 64. So 4 minus 64 is -60. And here 2 plus 32. This is equal to 34. And here it is 2 minus 32. That is equal to -30. Right. And 8 plus 128 is equal to 136. correct? And 8 minus 128. So 8 minus 128 is equal to minus 120. So all these are the input to my second stage. Okay, now let's move on to second stage computation. So in second stage computation, we know it is a 4-point sequence. So it will have two sets of 4-point sequences. Here we will be having two Twiddle factors, right? One is W4 power 0, which is equal to 1, W4 power 1, which is equal to minus j. Okay, now I'm going to show you the structure. So the output of the first stage will be the input to the second stage. I'm just mentioning here the values, that is 17, minus 15, 68, minus 60, 34, minus 30, 136, minus 120. So here the first four forms a set and the second four forms another set. Right. Now I am going to equally divide the plus 1 and minus 1 lines. Okay. So the first two will take plus 1. The second two will take minus 1. Here also the same, plus 1, minus 1. Wherever there is minus 1, I will be adding the Twiddle factor. That is W4 power 0 is equal to 1. W4 power 1 is equal to minus j. In a similar way, W4 power 0 is equal to 1. W4 power 0 is equal to minus j. Now I am going to introduce the cross lines for the first set and the cross lines for the second set. Now I will find out the values. So here it is 17 into 1 is 17 and 68 into 1 is, so it is plus 68, that is equal to 85, correct? And here it is minus 15, the first line is minus 15, the second line is plus 60j, so it is plus j60. And here is the first line value is 17 and this line 68 into 1 into minus 1, so that is minus 68, which is equal to minus 51. Okay, the next step. Here this value is minus 15 and this value is minus 60 into minus j is 60j into minus 1 is minus 60j. Okay, and here 34 plus 136. This is equal to 170. And here minus 30, this value is minus 120 into minus j. So plus j 120. Okay, and here 34, here it is 136 into 1 into minus 1. So that is minus 136, which is equal to minus 102. And here it is minus 30, minus 120 into minus j into minus 1 is minus j 120. Okay. All these are my output values of second stage. Now I will take this output as input to the third stage. Okay. So in third stage computation, what are the important points to remember? So here it is an 8-point computation, correct? And here we will be having 4 Twiddle factors. That is W8 power 0 is equal to 1. W8 power 1 is equal to 0.707 minus j 0.707. W8 power 2 is equal to minus j. W8 power 3 is equal to minus 0.707 minus j 0.707. Understood? Now let me draw the lines. Okay, I'm going to give the inputs first. Output of the second stage will be the input of the first stage. The answers are 85, minus 15 plus j60, minus 51, minus 15 minus j60, 170, minus 30 plus j120, minus 102, minus 30 minus j120. Okay, this is a 8-point sequence. So I will split plus 1 and minus 1 values as first 4 lines will take plus 1 and the last 4 lines will take minus 1. So wherever there is minus 1, I will be giving the Twiddle factor values, right? So W8 power 0 is equal to 1. W8 power 1 is equal to 0.707 minus j 0.707. W8 power 2 is equal to minus j. W8 power 3 is equal to minus 0.707 minus j 0.707. Here, the first 4 values will form a set, the next 4 values will form a set. Therefore, I will cross the first set and the second set. So, I will cross lines like this. Okay. Now, I am going to find the outputs. So, the output of the first line is 85 and here it is 170. So, 85 plus 170, which is equal to 255. Okay, and this is minus 15 plus j60 and the second line is here, which is plus minus 30 plus j 120 into I have a twiddle factor value. What is that? 0.707. 0.707 minus j 0.707. The answer for this is 48.63 plus j 166. Please do the calculations with the help of calci. And the third line is minus 51 into 1, which is minus 51. And this line is minus 102 into minus j. So it is plus j 102. Okay, in a similar way, this line is minus 15 minus j 60. And the second line is plus minus 30 minus j 120 multiplied by the twiddle factor, that is minus 0.707 minus j 0.707. Okay, the answer for this is minus 78.63 plus j 46.05. Correct? Now I am going to find for this line, that is the input is 85 from the first line and here it is minus 170. So 85 minus 170 is minus 85. Okay. In a similar way, this is minus 15 plus j 60 and here it is plus minus 30 plus j 120 multiplied by 0.707 plus j 0.707 multiplied by minus 1. So the answer of this will be minus 78.63 minus j 46.05. Okay. And what about this line? This line minus 102 into minus j into minus 1. That is minus j 102. Okay. And the last line is here the input is minus 15 minus j 60 plus minus 30 minus j 120 multiplied by minus 0.707 minus j 0.707 multiplied by minus 1. So this value is equal to 48.63 minus j 166. Okay. So this is the output of my third stage. As you know, output is a normal order. So I can write like this: x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6 and x of 7. So this is how we will represent the overall butterfly structure with all the inputs as well as the output. Okay. So this is the final answer of x of k. You can consolidate this and write within a segment bracket. Okay. So that's all about performing DFT using DIT FFT algorithm. Okay. Let me show you the formula to perform a third problem, that is IDFT using FFT. Okay. We know the formula for IDFT as x of n is equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k e power j 2 pi nk divided by capital N. Right. In the same way, we are going to find IDFT using FFT. The only difference between these two formulas are, here we will be taking x conjugate of k and also we will find the overall answer by taking the conjugate. Okay. So the steps are, the first step is we need to find what is x conjugate of k. Okay. And the second step is we need to perform DIT. Okay. And third step is we will find the overall output from the butterfly structure. The fourth step is we will take conjugate of the output obtained from the butterfly structure and divide by n value. Understood? You will understood once we solve the problem. Let me show you how to solve the problem. Let's solve this problem. Find the IDFT of the sequence x of k is equal to 10, minus 2 plus j2, minus 2, minus 2 minus j2 using DIT algorithm. So from the question, we can easily say that the value of n is equal to 4, correct? If n is equal to 4, we can write this as 2 to the power 2, which says that it has 2 stages of computation, right? And also it is asked IDFT. So IDFT means how will you perform IDFT? We know the formula. What is the formula? X of n is equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x conjugate of k w n to the power nk the whole conjugate. Right. So our first step is we need to find what is x conjugate of k from given x of k. How can we find it? That is x conjugate of k is equal to, the first value is 10, second value is minus 2 minus j2. Correct. Here it is plus j2. After taking conjugate, I will get minus j2, comma, minus 2, comma. The last value is minus 2 plus j2. Okay. So this is my conjugate value. Since we are following DIT, DIT means the input will be in bit reversed order, right? Bit reversed order means for a 4-point sequence, it will be x star of x conjugate of 0, x conjugate of 2, x conjugate of 1 and x conjugate of 3. Okay, and also it has 2 stages of computation, which means 2-point sequence followed by a 4-point sequence. Okay, now I am going to perform the first stage computation. So I have 4 input lines here. I am going to give the values in bit reversed order, that is x star of 0 is equal to 10, x conjugate of 2 is equal to minus 2, x conjugate of 1 is equal to minus 2 minus j2, x conjugate of 3 is equal to minus 2 plus j2. Okay, since it is a 2-point stage, I will give plus 1 and minus 1 values as 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So wherever there is minus 1, we will be giving the Twiddle factor value, that is W2 power 0 is equal to 0. Now I am going to cross these 2 lines. I am going to find the answer. So the answers are 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. And here it is 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. And here it is minus 2 minus j2 minus 2 plus j2. So the value is, this is equal to plus j2 minus j2 cancels each other. So it is minus 4. And here it is minus 2 minus j2 plus 2 minus j2. So plus 2 and minus 2 cancels each other. The value is minus j4. I'm going to substitute this as an input to the second stage. So it is 8, 12, minus 4, minus j4. Okay. Second stage means it is a 4-point computation, which means we will be having 2 Twiddle factors. W4 power 0 is equal to 1. W4 power 1 is equal to minus j. I'm going to equally split this plus 1 and minus 1 values for these 4 lines. So first 2 lines will take plus 1. The last 2 lines will take minus 1. Wherever there is minus 1, we will be introducing the Twiddle factors. Right. Now I'm going to cross the lines. So the output will be 8 minus 4, which is equal to 4, and 12 minus 4, which is equal to 8, and this is 8 plus 4, which is equal to 12, and here it is 12. On multiplying this, I will get 4, which is equal to 16. Okay. So this is the output of the butterfly structure. But we know the formula. What is the formula? X of n is equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x star of k w n to the power nk the whole conjugate, right? This x conjugate is over. Now we need to take the whole conjugate. So the conjugate of this output, that is 4, 8, 12 and 16, all are having the real parts. So if we take conjugate, we will get the same answer. But the only difference is we need to divide by n value. So it is 1 by 4 into n value is 4. 1 by 4 into 4, 8, 12, 16. Therefore, the final answer is x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is how we will be calculating IDFT for FFT using DIT method. In a similar pattern, you can do for 8-point sequence also. Okay. Hope you understood and you have enjoyed the session. For any queries, please mail me at this mail ID. Thank you. Have a great day.